Bum, bum, bum. Spitterbox. Spitterbox mail call, y'all. What up, Internet? Let's just get right to it. Enough with the formalities. Just get in there. Cut it open. See what we get. So this is month 2 of the Spinnerbox. Kind of excited to see. I was very good about avoiding any spoilers online. Before we even get into that, let's talk about this real quick. I realized, I don't know, someone broke the tip off their knife and was talking about, kind of being sad. And I realized this was my original fidget toy. I need to clean the bearing out, but this has just got a little, flipper little mechanism here. You can see it locks up. The little bearing inside here is full of dust and debris, but I used to flick the crap out of this. When I got this, I don't know, 3-4 years ago, maybe more. Kershaw Skyline, fantastic knife for the quality. You get it, I think, around $35. Made in the USA, if that matters to you. Good steel. Easy to sharpen, stays sharp, nice and centered. Anywho, that's not what we're talking about, is it? Just wanted to tell you about it. We are talking about Spinnerbox. Spinnerbox. Alright, I have no idea what's in here. Let's see, one at a time. Maybe I'll do a review, get a coupon. Do a review, get a coupon. Stealth Spinner. Sour Patch Kid. Sour Patch Kid. Oh, sweet! Bearing removal tool. You guys remember me talking about my little Dremel, but this is nice. I like this. I'm going to have to put this in my little kit downstairs. Pretty sweet. What else have we got? Ooh, a Spinetic. Now we're talking. Hey, I kind of want to, and it's my color too. I kind of wanted one of these. We're going to open this up first, just because I want to feel what this plastic feels like. Oh, it does feel as good as they say it does. Oh, that's nice. Good job. Yeah, it does have a little bit of a rubbery feel, a little bit of a rubbery texture to it. Still feels like somewhere between plastic, but that's nice. It's got a good feel. Sweet. I dig it. Set you aside. And then, oh, hey, a bearing. I don't know who or what it's from, but sweet. Might actually be a little rusted on the outside, y'all. I don't. Turn on the compressor real quick. This is part of my cleaning tricks. But she spins fine, so there's just a little bit of something on the outside here. I don't know what that is. Maybe it was glue from was fitted into something. I'm not sure. I couldn't tell you, but it spins all right. So, all right, let's see what we got. All right, from Stealth Spinners. Get out of there. All right, all right. Not too shabby. You know what? That's probably the spare bearing for this guy. I wonder if it fell out somewhere, because these usually come with a spare bearing, and there isn't one in the tin, so it's probably an extra B2 bearing. So neato, shiny and brass. I like the brass. I like the nice finish. Kind of got some little machine marks there. It actually looks like it's, oh no, there's just machine marks. I was saying it almost looks like it was like black brass and then still plated with something. So buttons, these brass buttons aren't quite as smooth as the stainless steel buttons, so all right, not too bad. Let's see what we got in the old Spinetic. Oh. Oh, I should open it up in front of you. What am I doing? I was trying to make it a cute little fun reveal, but that's heavy. The old Spinetic eye. I'm actually kind of excited about this. Because I'm not much of a guy for bar spinners. I've gone on record saying that. That feels good. Yeah, not too shabby. Not too shabby. decent value for what's in there. Be honest, initial impressions, a little disappointed. This is very similar to what was in the previous box, but it's still a different style. I'm not sure what other people have gotten, so I think what we're going to have to do is figure out some sort of giveaway, at the very least, for either this one or the black one in the previous video. And I'm not sure what the giveaway would be, so what it will come down to is, I think the first thing we got to decide is if we want to give away this guy or the black B2 bomber. So first things first, guys, comment down below what you'd like to see.
Hi, Dad.
Oh, look at that, Oliver's coming in. Comment down below what you guys would like to see, and we'll decide what we want to give away in that next video. So I think since he's here, we're gonna give this a little break, and then we'll come back in more depth later. All right, guys.
What?
All right, there, internet. We are back. Took a little break yesterday. Let's get a couple things out of the way real quick. Halfway through this video, I've just switched to 60 frames per second. Also trying a different mic setup. So if you think the audio sounds better in this half and the outside sunny half, let me know. If you think it was better before, let me know. Tried a few things. Also, if you like the frame rate, 60 frames doesn't always give us the best warp situation, but she's sparkly. Give you guys that reflection right there. Sparkly, sparkly. So let's back up from where we were yesterday, kind of where I ended up before Oliver came in the room and interrupted us while we were recording. Focus. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, basically I'm using a different video recording app to try a couple things, so just making sure it focuses. So yeah, Oliver came in and interrupted us. We were talking about doing a giveaway, and I've decided, rather than asking you guys, I know, I'm actually going to be giving away the black. I've got the black Aventador, so having something a little different, I appreciate. I'll also be honest, I think the black is probably a little nicer, with it being plated. Come on, focus. With it being plated, it has less hot spots. This one has a little bit of a hot spot. You can feel those machining marks a little bit more. I'll also probably use this to play around with doing some force patina effects and stuff like that. So we're going to be giving away the black one. I don't know what exactly, but I can almost guarantee it's going to require you. Man, this focus is going to annoy the crap out of me. It's almost guaranteed to require you to be a part of the Daily Fidget on Facebook, just because they're good people over there. So. Man, this focus is going to bother the crap out of me. We'll have to play around with it a little bit. So anyway, getting back to the spinners, though, we'll talk about the giveaway maybe next video, because I don't know what I want to do yet. But the spinners in the spinner box. So one of the other things I talked about, and I think I want to clarify and go back on, and man, focus, would you? One of the things I want to clarify on is, I mentioned I was a little disappointed, and I had a little bit of time to think about it, and had overnight and then into today. I like to be a nice guy. I don't want to be mean and say mean things to people, but I also want to be honest when it comes to, what we're doing here and what we're looking at. So let's clarify my statement of being disappointed a little bit. Part of it is personal preference. Not a huge bar spinner guy. I do prefer the tries. The other was getting one of these when essentially it's just about identical to what I got in the last box. So here we get these random spinners, and they're not necessarily seeming all that random. Yes, we got a guy weed eating in the park here. I'll see how far away he is. He's way over there. Okay, bring it back. So, but I thought about it a little bit, and I kind of went on to a couple of different Facebook groups, seeing what other people got in their boxes, and it looked like there was a combination of getting this, and it seems like I think everybody either got this or the little mini Kepler. If you got the Aventador, I think you got the mini Kepler. If you got either the B2 in brass or the B2 in black, you got a Spinetic, and if it was the black, I think you got this in copper. So. And what actually kind of impressed me is that it looks like Max was actually aware and tried to keep a way to see who got what last time and make sure he didn't give them the same thing. On top of that, last box I got the black one. Since then I had bought, and you've seen me posting about the Aventador. So I'd like to think that he actually went out of his way to make sure that I got this one, so that he didn't send me an Aventador that I already got separately. Doing a spinner box like this and sending out stuff randomly each month, it's not an easy task, I think, to try to keep these sort of things organized. And I'm glad that he's taken the effort to do that. And again, on top of it, it gives us a chance to give something away. So I still think this is good. Then also the nice thing is it looks like, by the sounds of things, next month it's going to try to be the same for everybody. And I think that's pretty cool. I haven't seen. Let's talk about that before I say what I was going to say. Having it be all the same, it's, if he keeps just sending out different versions of his spinners, I don't think that's necessarily what is going to be ideal for, having people stick around with the spinner box and sticking with that subscription. But if he's sending everybody the same thing next month, that means that, it's going to be something different than what we're seeing. So I think that's pretty sweet. The other thing I was going to say is I hadn't seen anybody that got one of those super boxes, or I don't know what they're calling them, but some of the boxes, a few people here and there are going to get actually boxes with some extra value. So, but if we look at the value on this, this is a $40, $50 spinner. This is a $10 spinner. This is a, I believe, right in the $30 range spinner. If you get the Aventador, that's a $60 spinner. The mini coupler is like 15, 16 bucks. So, the value is there. The value is here. Whether you resell this on your own, you just have something to use it to give away, get someone else into spinning, make some spin fam. You get some of these that you don't need, give them to somebody, get them hooked. Because spinners are fun. They're fun to talk about. There's a few people I work with that are into them, and it's a nice conversation. So I'm down with it. Plus, again, maybe you start a YouTube channel and you give them away. Now that I've got a couple bars, makes it a little easier to kind of talk about some of the pluses and minuses between the two of these guys. I think once you get that black electroplating, you remove any of the hot spots on the Spinetics almost completely, unrelated to a bar style. But they've got a good feel to them. They're they have the same problem that I have with any bar spinner. The wobble so much doesn't bother me. They're just not quite as fidgetable. If I don't kind of catch it just right, and I get kind of stuck here in the middle, and I got nothing to grab onto, and I just fumble around. So I have to kind of make sure I get my fingers up at this angle so the bar catches it, and then I can grab it. Right? If I just try to stick my finger in there while spinning, if I get my fingers up, then I can stop it. So you just kind of, I think, have to learn how to spin it too. And maybe having some bar spinners is going to force me to step my game up and change that around a little bit. So, but these are solid, nice spinners. The other thing, being that we're getting a Spinetic here, last month I think there were some people concerned with the, they're saying no clones, right? And some of the spinners that came in the last one, they weren't clones; they were just generic spinners. But seeing something more like the Spinetic, so it's still a cheap spinner. In the sense of like it's not a super high-end expensive spinner. Seeing something affordable in there like this is pretty sweet. And then it's also not quite something like just a real generic style design. So, again, there's only so much stuff that they can put in there, but I think this month's offering, this month's showing was definitely better than last month. And especially if this was your first month, you missed out on you missed out on the one in May and just getting it in June, you should be pretty happy. So hit up, Spin Space, hit up the Daily Fidget, look for people that maybe can trade. I've already seen a couple people saying, hey, I happen to have this one. They just bought it personally and look at a trade. So there's trades to be had out there. There's good people, good folks around. So, and then this thing, my little son, had a 60 frames per second when it does warp. It's pretty cool. My son likes this one. He can fit it in his fingers and spin it. So that's pretty sweet. So yeah, Spinner Box gets a thumbs up for me. Next month I think is really going to be starting to make it or break it, where we're getting really repeat business. If I get just like another one of these or an Aventador in gold, I think that's going to start to be a sign that I might not stick with it. So hopefully that's not the case. So let's see what comes out next month. But I'm definitely sticking around for at least one more month for these guys. And rocking and rolling. So I think between that last video and this video, we're going on like 12, 13, 14 minutes here. So sorry to make it so long and just spin some spinners for you guys. But yeah, keep on spinning. Look out for, in the near future, giveaway for that Black V2. And if you have any ideas on how I should run the giveaway, I want this to be more like a community. So, reach out, talk to me, let me know what you want, let me know what you like. Tell me your wants and dreams, your deepest desires, and I'll see you on the next Hobby TV. Peace.